Okay, so I'm going to be reading David reigns over all Israel. Then all the tribes of Israel came to David at Hebron and spoke, saying, Indeed, we are your bone and your flesh. Also, in time past, when Saul was king over us, you were the one who led Israel out and brought them in. And the Lord said to you, You shall shepherd my people Israel and be ruler over Israel. Therefore all the elders of Israel came to the king at Hebron, and King David made a covenant with them at Hebron before the Lord, and they anointed David king over Israel. David was 30 years old when he began to reign, and he reigned 40 years. In Hebron he reigned over Judah 7 years and 6 months, and in Jerusalem he reigned 33 years over all Israel and Judah. And the king and his men went to Jerusalem against the Jebusites, the inhabitants of the land, who spoke to David, saying, You shall not come in here, but the blind and the lame will repel you, thinking David cannot come in here. Nevertheless, David took the stronghold of Zion, that is the city of David. Now David said on that day, Whoever climbs up by way of the water shaft and defeats the Jebusites, the lame and the blind, who are hated by David's soul, he shall be chief and captain. Therefore they say, The blind and the lame shall not come into the house. So I'm a little confused on that. So if anyone can explain that part to me. Yeah. Then David dwelt in the stronghold and called it the city of David. And David built all around from Milo and inward. So David went on and became great. The Lord God of hosts was with him. Then Hiram, the king of Tyre, sent messengers to David, and cedar trees, and carpenters, and masons, and they built David a house. That's pretty nice. So David knew that the Lord had established him as king over Israel. So when God establishes you, it's going to happen, okay? And that he exalted his kingdom for the sake of his people Israel. And David took more concubines and wives from Jerusalem, which he did not have to do, but here it goes. After he had come from Hebron, also more sons and daughters were born to David. Now these are the names of those who were born to him in Jerusalem: Shemua, Shobab, Nathan, Solomon. That's, of course, the one that becomes the king, which you would think it would be the firstborn, which was Shemua. But no, it was Solomon. So Ibhar, Elishua, Nepheg, Japhiah, Elishama, Eliada, and Eliphalet. Now when the Philistines heard that they had anointed David king over Israel, all the Philistines went up to search for David. And David heard of it and went down to the stronghold. The Philistines also went and deployed themselves in the valley of Rephaim. So David inquired of the Lord, saying, Shall I go up against the Philistines? Will you deliver them into my hand? And the Lord said to David, Go up, for I will doubtless deliver the Philistines into your hand. So David went to Baal-perazim, and David defeated them there. And he said, The Lord has broken through my enemies before me, like a breakthrough of water. I like that, like a breakthrough of water. Therefore he called the name of that place Baal-perazim. And they left their images there, and David and his men carried them away. So they're like, We're taking them away. Then the Philistines went up once again and deployed themselves in the valley of Rephaim. You think they'd give up, but no. Therefore David inquired of the Lord, and he said, You shall not go up. Circle around behind them and come upon them in front of the mulberry trees. So I wonder why God said that. Let's see. And it shall be, when you hear the sound of marching in the tops of the mulberry trees, then you shall advance quickly. For then the Lord will go out before you to strike the camp of the Philistines. And David did so, as the Lord commanded him, and he drove back the Philistines from Geba as far as Gezer. So he's driving back the enemy. And we got to do that as Christians. Drive back the enemy. Satan is the enemy. Satan, tried to do a recent attack on not just me, but several of my coworkers. Because a parent lied about us. And, it's like, why? But, me and my coworkers, we stuck together, and went to management about the issue and talked to management about the issue because, that's not right. It's just not right. So, but hopefully management will get it. But yeah, so anyway, peace, y'all. And next we're going to be reading David Brings Back the Ark. So that's going to be interesting because he's bringing back the Ark of God. He's like, it's time. So, but yeah. So anyway, so what is the devil trying to do in your life? And how is God pushing back on that? You know what I mean? So I'd like to hear your stories. Thumbs up, subscribe.